It's time. Welcome to the pre 3.5 tier list. Me personally, I'm a Grandmaster player, so that probably doesn't mean much, but hey. Hey, what if you're like, man, I wonder what a Grandmaster player thinks about the state of the game right now, right? And you'd be surprised, right? There's definitely is a lot of differences. I'm kind of like the middle of the, I guess, of the ranking. Back me a little higher. I don't know. So this is a Grandmaster's opinion on how the game, like how characters are in the game, right? I haven't played too much ranked, but I haven't played the game like casually and stuff like that. I know that casual is different than ranked, but I haven't played the game pretty much since it came out, so I kind of have a gist on how players are and stuff like that. So feel free to agree or disagree, but remember, everything is subjective or objective. I don't know which one's the one that doesn't really matter. It's my opinion. If your character's low, it doesn't mean they're bad. It just means they're bad, right? Um, so let's start off, shall we? We'll just go in order. I'm not really particular about the order. Adam, this is pre 3.5. This is right. This is like I think 5 days. 5 days until the next season comes out. Adam's like, I don't want to do that. He's like here. Adam's not the worst, but he dive is kind of like pretty strong right now, and Adam does struggle with it. Once your soul bond wears out, you're kind of just SOL. He can kind of heal himself, but like at that point, you're just kind of trying to survive. He's definitely more of a DPS focused support. He's not like poo poo dog water, but he's like he's if he didn't have like soul bond, he'd be down here. But he's below average, but he's still workable. Every character in this game can be played to like and succeed. There are so many characters that do it easier than others, right? Now, this is gonna be a controversial opinion, right? I think BP is like, I think he's up here. Now, the main backing behind this, even though I know BP's kind of like, oh, just hit your shots, forehead. No, he kills supports too quickly. You don't have a lot of counterplay when it comes to that, unless you hit a lucky, like, especially on console, which is what I'm playing on, right? It's hard to hit BP when he's doing his stuff. When he's in the backline and he's doing his thing, throwing spears, reset dashes, telling people what to triple for bass. Like, while he's doing all that, there's very little time for DPS and or tanks to kind of turn and peel that off, because like it's just too quick. There's very little counterplay to it. You just kind of die. So BP's just really, again, this is okay. I was Grandmaster like 2. Okay, so let's temper our expectations. This isn't a pro like esports level fucking tier list. But I think personally, I feel like a great BP player can just run lobbies, and it's not even like a close. Like they're just, he's too quick at killing, and he's too agile that by the time tanks and DPS realize their backline's getting dove and try to help, he's already gone and killed 2 people. Like it's just, he's fucking, whew, it's rough. Cap, I think Cap's like here. I think Cap can be pretty annoying if he's able to get, like, he's just so unkillable, especially when he ults. You would have to very tremendously burn him down before he can ult, before he can like you sorry. Yeah, topic. Captain America, when he ults, is pretty unkillable. You'd have to either force him to get off you with like an AoE ult, or like you just have good like lockdown CC control to burn him down, because he just regenerates health. He regenerates health too quickly, and he's jumping around, and you're not able to pretty much lock him down, because by the time you lock him down and try to get damage on him, he's already back, he's already jumping, he's already regaining like shit ton over health. So he's super unkillable, and in good cap players know like resets and how to actually kill backline. So like if you see these two together, bro, I see it spawn. Sorry, like nothing I can do about that. So Kep's really good. Kep's really good. He's not really good by himself because his whole purpose is to dive and pressure the back line. So he's not holding any front line. But if you have like a good like mag or a good Strange or even a Groot, right? You can really this guy can be quite effective. Cloak, I say, is also an A tier. She has really good healing. She has good tools to like defend herself. Problem is, where is he? Where is he? There he is. I couldn't find him. Problem is, this guy exists, and he's like the most consistent good tank in the game. This guy exists. This guy hard counters Cloak pretty much. If the Mac has any like true awareness of what to do with the ult, you're not seeing this chick's ult for more than 1, maybe 2 seconds. Right? It can work. Don't get me wrong. Like I said, you can play any character in this entire game and succeed. There's no argument there. But this guy exists, and he's going to be ran a lot just because he's mag. But still, if you can get ult off, it's a good ult. Good support ult. She has good heals and good tools to defend herself against dive. So she's pretty solid. Probably the most well-rounded support in the game right now. Strange. Am I crazy for thinking Strange is like I'm between here and here, man. Like I genuinely think Strange is like solid. Like he's good. He's like the best solo tank right now. Mag is like close, but I think Strange is more of a viable solo tank than Mag is, just because the shield being just like a more constant presence than Mag's, and just like his he does good damage. I really think Strange's like right here. Like he's not like as good as Cap or like other S tanks, which we'll get there, but he's definitely like he's solid. Don't count this man out, especially this is pre 3.5. Once the Strange's good. Teleport is always like a good. The amount of times people will switch to Strange last point and just teleport in and somehow win games is more than you'd think. Like this guy's a sleeper. Just like you bring him out like 80% left, 85% left on like last point. You bring him out, portal in, and then you just get like a kind of like a half reset, and you can kind of, if you have good ults up, you can just straight up win games with this man's portal. It's insane. His ult's pretty good. If you can get it off, a lot of people have like ways to counteract it, and like portal ult isn't really as good as like fucking season 0. But this man's still good. Man's still solid. Groot. I'm struggling to put Groot somewhere. I would put him like S. Oh, man. I would say S. I'm gonna put him in S. I was debating because Rocket's kind of like a pretty decent counter. Or Punisher was a like people who have just really fast shooting projectiles can really destroy his walls pretty quickly if they burn it down. Especially in like higher levels of play. Like Groot walls don't really last up that long, but Groot's still a monster, dude. Big damage. Ult is so good. If you have an ult to combo with it. Groot Bucky, Moon Knight, shit like that, man. That shit works. So I'll put him in S tier. He's still pretty solid pick. His walls, man, dude, 3.5 Groot would be crazy. It's gonna be insane. Still good. Walls are good at like cutting off healing from. Oh god, man. Whew. Sorry about that. His walls are good at kind of healing, kind of separating the team from their healers and focusing down. He has good. His mobility is like not there, like it's not present, but you can do some clever stuff with the walls to like elevate yourself, get to high ground. So he's a pretty solid pick still. I think he's one of the best tanks in the game. I'm put these two back. Like I think Hella's still more consistent. He's kind of down here, but these two, I mean, dude. What do you say? 2-shot headshot, 1-shot headshot with a little bit of time and fucking aim. Like, dude, these two should have been falling off. Like, Hawkeye's freeze era, everybody was like, oh no, he's going to like guaranteed one shot from Red. But no, it's not really that. It's not really that. It's good. All right, I guess. But dude, you get. I think I feel like people don't really take into account how strong these two still are because a lot of people aren't in top levels of play, and a lot of people don't have these in their casuals or like low ranked where you have a good Hela who's dinking people every 2 seconds. But these two are still prominent DPS. Hawkeye less so, but I still think you can like either these two are on a team and they're a good one. I don't want to tell you. They're amazing, right? I'm just gonna like. Let me do some order to this chaos here. I think BB is stronger. Yeah. I'll put a Hulk that far up. I mean, I've honestly haven't really seen a lot of super amazing Hulk players, but I know they exist. I know they are very highly regarded as really fucking good. So I feel like I would put him up here. I feel like there's like one or two people who are a bit more higher up than he is, but Hulk is fucking amazing, dude. If you know how to play him, I don't know how to play him. I'm a tank main. I usually float Mag, Venom, and Strange, as well as like mostly Mag, unfortunately. And then like yeah, I mean I play a lot of tanks, but Hulk isn't one I've really been messing around with too much. I really should like kind of buckle down and actually learn him because apparently he's super amazing. So I personally would probably put him at S regardless, even though that I don't really know how to play him just because of what I've heard. And like when I do see a good Hulk, they kind of do Hulk things, you know. The shield is really good. He has so much mobility. The ult is good for locking down. Not really for like getting kills. Like the juggles can kind of mess people up, right? I would say Hulk's better than BP though. I think this is good. Dude, Iron Fist, man. I wish he was better. Iron Fist, he just doesn't have his spot, man. Like he has good. Like here's the thing, right? They want to make him. They had him a dive when he first came out. Then they started switching him to like tank shredding. But you have this guy. You don't need this guy. You have this guy. Yeah, you don't need this guy. He's good at it. Don't get me wrong. Like his damage versus tanks is pretty solid. And like I feel like Iron Fist is one of those DPS that's pretty hard to kill if they know how to maneuver with like their punches and like punching upwards and making themselves like very hard to hit. They have the parry and meditation. So like he struggles to find his place, but he's still like okay, but not great. I wish he was better because I love Iron Fist. He's like the main DPS I play, but I don't play him much because there's better options. There's just so many more better DPS than him at dive, and there's a couple more DPS down here that are better than him at handling tanks. So he's just kind of okay and didn't excel at anything, which is probably his main problem. He's kind of okay. Honestly, there was reason to go down here, but I think he still has do this. I still think he definitely can make stuff work though. Like he definitely has the tools. It's just you're gonna have a hard time doing it. Iron Man, I still think even after the nerf he got to his first couple of blasts, he's kind of like up here. He's still pretty solid, right? Flyers are still in a decent spot right now. There's a flyer in here that, oh my god, I just realized there's no Johnny or Emma. I've been recording for 14 minutes and just now realized that. Got the right tier list now. Alright, let's restart over again. I'll concise my thoughts down. I fucking did that, dude. You get fucking great. Get drink Coke. What the old whistle. I think all these fucking ads now, bro. Oh, let me. Bro, can you fuck off? Let me see the characters, at least. All right. Okay. Welcome to the season 3.49 tier list. I am a Grandmaster player. I went Grandmaster 2 in season 2.5. And then I've been steadily getting back up in season 3. I still need to do my ranked grind. Still got 5 days for the next season come. No Gold Peak. I don't want real brewed tea real good. What the fuck, Gold Peak? What the hell, man? So, like I said, Grandmaster player. So I know my way around the game a little bit, but there's still a lot of things going on with the. Do you hear that? Hold on a sec. Okay. Oh, wait, hold on. Okay. Focus up here. Welcome to the season 3.49, I guess, technically. Patch notes for Marvel Arrivals. I'm a Grandmaster 2 player who played in season 2.5. I've been playing the game since it came out. So I have a decent understanding of how pretty much every character works and like how they stand in the meta. Keep in mind, this is all subjective or objective. I forgot which one doesn't mean anything. This is my opinion. If you don't like it, then hey, it's just an opinion. This is not targeted towards anybody or anything. There might be a little bit of bias because I love showing my bias towards characters, and my word is law and final, and if you disagree, then you're wrong. All right. I'm kidding, by the way. It's very big sarcasm. I just, it's enjoy the video. What the fuck? Best Buy? Best Buy, go away, buddy. You don't need to advertise here. Okay, first off, Adam Warlock. Keep in mind, this pre-season 3.5. This is like 5 days before. I think Adam's like right here. I think he has his soul bond's really good. His ult can be very good. It's a lot of counterplay to it. He can just kind of really kill everybody who resurrects if you time it and place it poorly. But he can definitely hold his own. It's just you're going to have to really work for it. And there are definitely some Adams who can make it work. But in terms of just general, like, your regular ranks, if the enemy team knows what they're doing and you dive this guy all the time, he's going to be barely able to hold on, if at all, right? I love Adam. He's like one of my main strategists, but he's in a tough place right now. Dive is really good, and he struggles against that. If you hit your shots and you're able to hit dive, cool, man. You're like one of the goats out there, but he's not okay right now. He takes a dive, really messes him up. BP, let's just not kid ourselves here. BP is really good at what he does, and that is making the supports angry because they just came back from spawn and they're already respawning again. If not handled, this guy can run lobbies. How do you handle him? That's a great question. I don't even know the answer to that. I do know that he can just pretty much, like, he kills so quickly. By the time you even realize you're getting dived, you're already dead. So he's up here. I know probably in higher level play, he's not really that bad. I swear to God, Best Buy, I don't care about your Samsung products. Go away. Thank you. But yeah, BP's crazy. Like I guess once you get the high level play, people can really kind of shut him down. Like Thing is probably your best bet against him, but even then, it's like he just does too much. He does too much. His damage is way too consistent. His damage is way too fast, and he can just be in and out in seconds. Camera, please relax. Okay. Next up, Black Widow. Moving up, Cat. I'm just kidding. I honestly think she's still D. She's still bad, but she's not like before like season 2. You would really have to go out of your way, and the enemy team have to be really not great for you to make her work, right? Now people have found out some stuff. You know, people have figured out how she plays. You give her damage boost, like you play this bitch with Mantis, she's like in this area, right? Giving her like that a little bit of damage, giving her like here's the thing, right? The second you give her one shot headshot, that's where she goes because it's awful to play against. But she doesn't like. She can be done well. I would like to like kind of remind you all that I feel like this game probably has the most consistently good cast in a like team-based shooter game, right? I feel like every character in this game can be used effectively and done well, can thrive in areas, right? It's just some characters, I must edit an S. Some characters do it a lot easier and is a lot more consistent. Black Widow can be done well. I've seen very good Black Widow players. They're like sticking to this character for as long as they did is respect, honestly. Like they are making it work. But she's If I see a Black Widow on my team, I'm more likely to not upset because we only have one DPS. Cap. Cap's like here. I think Cap is strong. He's unkillable, especially when he has his ult up. When his ult's up, you can't kill him. You can try, and it can be done if you have good lockdown and good damage to follow up with it. But if you don't have good if you can't lock this guy down to do damage to him, he's just going to jump around the point for a good 10 seconds, and you're not going to kill him. So he's unkillable. Good mobility. He has really good. If you know his cancels and his combos, you could really do a lot of damage, a lot of burst damage, and really be a menace to the back line. So Cap is good. Cap's real good. Cloak. I'll put her here. Cloak is really good. She's not great. There are other supports down here or strategists who do the job that she does better and more consistently and just have better tools. But she's really good. She has good healing. Her ult's really good as long as this guy isn't present. We'll get to him later. And she has good tools to defend herself. When you switch into cloak form, you have a blind, you have a invulnerable hover, and you have good pretty bad damage overall, but you have semi lock on damage to help you kind of keep consistent damage on dive. So she's probably one of the better supports, or I would say more safer supports, because she has good tools to defend herself. Her ult is great if it can get off and it can last the entire time, but once she's dead, the ult is gone. So, and she can get killed out of it semi easily, especially in high level. You can kind of kill her pretty easily out of it. But she's still solid, and if you know how to play her ult and balance healing with using cloak as a defense and not as a I'm gonna go and DPS is the way to play. And if you do that correctly, she can be really, really effective. She's really good. Out of breath, talking too much. Strange. I swear to God, Best Buy. You think you're hot? You think you're hot and sexy because you are popping up ads? You see that? You don't see it. You only save up to 600 and half of a pad here. But Best Buy is just trying to yank my freaking video. Buddy, relax. Strange is pretty solid. I would say. Okay, we're good. I would say LG Appliances. We're gonna have a talk, pal. Okay, stop. Strange is good. Strange is, I would say he's like, I want to put him here, man. The amount of times that this guy has popped out on like a last, like 80% capture or escort, and this guy's popped out, portaled in, and saved the game, is more than you'd think. He's a very good like last ditch effort to try and hold a point, but other than like, and that's not even saying the point that he is just a good tank. He's probably the best solo tank this season, um, because of the shield being a more present thing you have to worry about than mags, and it's just it's definitely something that you have to consider, and is Strange is still pretty solid. Once he gets his buffs in C3.5, he could easily be like high A, maybe even like low S tier. Like he's Strange has come back. He's coming back in a strong way, and I'm here for it. I love me the Sorcerer Supreme. Groot. I think he's still really solid. He's like one of the best tanks out there. Cutting off healing from targets. His ult is so good, especially combined with other ults, because Groot by himself can kind of capitalize on it, but if you pop Luna ult or Mantis ult, I think actually Mantis ult might not be as effective, but if you pop Luna ult, and we'll get to Luna later, you can't really kill off it. I mean, I guess you can't really kill anything off Luna ult, but whatever. Regardless, like having the ult to be comboed with is the point, and how you can get the most use out of it. Groot can kind of do it himself, but you'd really want to combo another ult with it. Think of like Moon Knight, Iron Man, Scarlet Witch, maybe. I don't know if that would work honestly, because of just how slow she was. We'll get to her later. Hawkeye. I'm just go ahead and do this, and I'm gonna go ahead and do this. We'll go over Hela first. Hela is, I mean, she's been one of the best DPS since the game came out, and she still is one of the best DPS in the game. As long as she has a 2-shot headshot, she will be a very solid option. Nerfing her, won't like it'll make her less or more susceptible to die, but you're not gonna be able to kill her when you're already dead because she hit you in the head twice. In console lower rank, you're never gonna see a good Hela. But once you get to like high PC lobbies or like Pro League, this bitch is everywhere. She's good. She's consistent. Her ult's okay. Her ult's alright. With the presence of Phoenix, her ult's you could definitely just counter her ult pretty effectively, but she's still a top DPS right now. Hawkeye, same thing. You have the king of damage, or the best in damage this season are people who can just burst people down quickly. Hence why you have 3 very high burst DPS up here. Hawkeye, the same thing. He struggles a little bit more in terms of ult, because Hela's ult's probably better than Hawkeye's ult, but if everybody's bunched up and you're just freaking slinging arrows like, you're throwing them like candy, then you can really mess people up. But Hawkeye, like, he's the closest you're going to get to a one-shot headshot character in this game, and you have to wait a little bit for it. Good Hawkeye players also run lobbies, right? He's still solid. His team up didn't really help him too much, but he's still a really good DPS. Why do this? Why? Nah, man, it's just too good. We'll do that. Hulk. Put that right there. I think Hulk is super strong. His bubble's amazing for engaging and protecting. He can lock down somebody very quickly. Do a lot of damage with his ult. He's so mobile. He's everywhere he needs to be in seconds. Probably I would say honestly, he's probably the most mobile tank in the game. Like he's just hopping around wherever he needs to go. He's so mobile, so good. Hulk is quite often banned in high level play for a reason. He's super good. Iron Fist. Oh, God, dude. One Iron Fist. We're back. Okay, cool. Iron Fist is good. He's not great. He's okay. He's like, he's very close to being done here with Black Widow. He doesn't have a place. They wanted to be Dive when he first came out, and then they want him to be tank shredding, and now he's kind of at both. If you want tank shredding, you pick this guy. You want Dive? Okay. You want Dive? You pick this guy. Or you pick where are you? She could work. Magic could work. I think I'm missing somebody. Oh, Psylocke. Yeah, Psylocke as well. Psylocke's good, really good. We'll get to her later. But if you want, there are other characters in this game that do what Iron Fist tries to do, but better and more easily. I still love him. He's my GOAT, but he doesn't have a place right now. He does okay at both, but it's just it's hard. It's tough for him. Iron Man. I think he's like here. I think he's like up here. The nerf definitely did hinder him a little bit, but he's still really solid. His ult is just a fuck you button. Like, it's insane what I can do, and he's good. Good poke. He does a lot of damage. His chest beam just kind of melts people if you leave him doing that. He's pretty solid. Flyers are in a good spot right now. With lack, I mean, Thing kind of messes people up with flyers, but if they don't have a Thing, and even then, like, you can really kind of, like, Thing is really good against flyers, but he's not the end all be all. You could definitely make it work still. So flyers still in a good spot. Iron Man is pretty good, pretty solid. Jeff. He's not great. His ult just kind of blows. Like, you can't, like, so many people have counters to it now that it's been ever since it got nerfed to allow, like, some movement abilities to counteract it. It got his height lowered. I think it was a great change, honestly, but I think the rework kind of made him more of a strategist, more of a heal bot, and less great. Like, he's probably around the same spot he was, but his ceiling got drastically lowered. He's now just been reduced to a fun little heal bot. I love Jeff. He's super fun to play sometimes. And, I mean, look at him. He's a cute little fuck. But he's not great. He's okay, but, like, even, he can get killed through his under earth thing pretty easily if you, like, hit him consistently with it. His ult's just not great. His ult needs to do something else. Like, they need to, like, rework his ult too. I don't know why they reworked him, but not his ult. I think his ult needed a change as well. I think that was the thing that made the most change. Because on release Jeff, his ult was stupid, gross. But, like, he could still, I mean, hey man, I still see Jeff's landing like 3-4 people ults off the map. They go, and then yeah, your team won the fucking fight because they're all dead. So you can still make it work, man. You can still make it work, but whew, Jeff's tough. Loki, our first S+ strategist. Loki's great, man. Loki's got good healing by himself. He has the domain. He has the best ult in the game, which is other people's ults. Loki is really good. Really, really good. Oh, damn. I might as well just throw her up here as well. Luna. But back to Loki. Loki can kind of... I've seen people post some nasty stuff with Loki as a flank DPS. I'm not even kidding. It's... Man, this guy does good damage when his clones are all up, and his domain is just straight up like a little mini ult. Just like a mini, like, hey, everybody's back to full health, and we're all good. A good Loki player, you'll probably never see him die, because he got the teleports and stuff like that. Plus he has... I'll get into that. But Loki's still a strong support, man. Luna, I mean, do I have to say anything? I don't think Luna's gotten nerfed at all. I mean, she probably did receive a couple now I'm really thinking about it, but she's still... I honestly think Luna's the best character in this game. Her healing is outrageous. Her ult is straight up a immortality for the entire team fight for 10 seconds. I think it's 10. Or like 20 seconds. I don't know the seconds on it, but Luna's fucking amazing, dude. Luna is straight up inconsistent for best character in the game. She has a freeze for flank. She has good mobility with her little run that she can do. Um, that didn't really help during like a flank or like whatever, but she does have she has good. She can get back to the point faster than most strategies, which is it's something to account for. But yeah, her ult just kind of makes her up here, and her healing is just outrageous, dude. If you think she's good now, when she comes in season 3.5 and she just straight up has a I win the duel button, that's Rival's favorite character right here. Magic. I have nobody in B. I just realized that. Well, hey, Magic, welcome to B. Do I think Magic's B? I think so. I feel like there are a couple other duelists that do her job better of being a flank. Her combos, while great and can really mess up some people, you can kind of counter it. She doesn't have too much of like she has burst, but it also is only if they don't really get healed. Magic has really good like if she hits that uppercut, you're in very big danger of dying. The uppercut hitbox is just a little bit wonky. Once you get used to it, though, she can do work. Honestly, she's like probably top of A almost, or top of B almost A, but she's B right now. Excuse me, Magic. I'd say right there. She's really good though. Don't get me wrong. Every character in this game you could do good with and be better with, but I think she's like right at average. Like if you really go with her and top level play, you can make it work. But she's not like a must go with at all times. She's pretty good, but if you really want to really do great with her, you gotta put the time in. Which isn't a knock against her. It's just what her character is, right? Mag. I mean, I'll put him right here. Excuse me. I think Mag's better than Groot. I think so. Yeah. Okay. Mag is Mag, dude. If you've played the game recently, you've understood Mag is just super consistent, super good at what he does. His ult is straight up is one of the best ults in the game. He has so much utility. He has shields, his bubbles. Like Mag is just such a solid tank. He's not the best, but he is. You see a Mag on the team, and he does his job, and he does it fucking well. He does it great. He's the best in the business at what he does, and that is being a frontline, fucking helping dive in, helping supports survive flanks and dives. Like, dude, Mag is him, man. Mag is the definition of a good fucking tank. Love that guy. This man has always been a top tank. Hopefully, he stays that way because he may not be the most fun character, but he is definitely the most consistent good tank in the game. Mantis. I feel like she's like good. Like the buffs really helped her a little bit. I think when season 3.5 comes out, hey, can you load? Thank you. I think when season 3.5 actually comes out, she might be a little bit worse, but she's really solid now. She has the healing to keep up with other supports. Her ult is starting to become a pretty decent one at it. Granted, you can kind of kill a Mantis out of it pretty easily if you know what you're doing and like in higher level play, of course. But man, she just provides such good utility. Damage boost your damage, heal your tanks, heal your support, and you just kind of sit there and just start chucking thorns at people, man. Of course, you want other main supports like Luna, Cloak, or Rocket, something like that. Some other support that can kind of really focus on the healing part because Mantis kind of lacks in the healing department compared to the best supports, but she still has good healing now. But yeah, she's one of the best like semi-half strategist / DPS out there. She's really good. Goon Knight. I feel like he's like here. Honestly, I can't put Magic below. I'm going to do this, honestly. I feel like Magic, I'm putting a little bit too much shade on Magic. She's really good. Moon Knight's good. Once people start shooting the Onks, it kind of stop having value. It can still be made work. You put in better places. You kind of use it as like a defense tool or flank tool or, just a burst damage. Like, if you don't know how to shoot the Onks, you're going to have to be creative, right? His ult has been through a lot of changes, but I think it's kind of cemented itself as a don't be in here circle, compared with Groot ult or other ults that kind of support his ult. He can kind of do the job of being a damage ult, honestly. Um, he has semi good, he has the grapple hook to kind of get up in the air. He has double jump. He has some ability, and he has good damage when people are all grouped up, and, Ankh can kind of satisfy that damage. He does a lot of damage. He does a lot of damage. But it's not burst, which is his main problem and also her main problem. While Moon Knight has more burst than she does. We'll get to her later. But it's not burst, and that's probably his biggest issue, is that unless you get like one person in there, you're just kind of feeding it back and forth, and with the Ankh, it's not going to kill anybody. It's just going to do a lot of damage, be annoying. It's going to get healed up in 2 seconds, and you're back to square one again. But I love Goon Knight. He sits at top of B. He's great at what he does, and okay, once you get back up in there. Now Mord, I think he's like solid, man. I think he's better than like these. Namor with the Hulk squid. Honest, man, do I put him in S? No. I'll put him like high A, dude. Him with the Hulk team. Wait, is the Hulk team up anymore? No, it's not Hulk team up anymore, is it? Oh my god, I'm trying to draw a blank. Oh my god, I generally forgot. I think it's... Oh man, I'm actually... Hold on. Hold on 1 second now. Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second now. Yeah, Hulk. Okay, dude. I straight up just like couldn't remember. I was like, it's Hulk, right? I'm not fiending saying it's Iron Man or some shit. It's Hulk. Okay. Yeah, very good team up. His squid with the gamma. Namor is like really good. His tentacle turret thing, team up is super good. He's always been such a good like all around DPS. He has good damage. His squids kind of dissuade dive. It doesn't just be they're diving, switch Namor and it's gone. No, I mean they can still work around it, but if you're a dive and you have Namor and they're going against an Namor, you're gonna know they have an Namor and you're gonna hate they have an Namor. Just because it's hard, it's difficult. You have constant damage on you, so you have to be quick about it. It's like giving you a time limit, like, hey, you better get out here before you die. To friggin' the tentacle thing. So he has good pressure against dive, and he can still be doing other things while having pressure against dive. So he has a good escape button, an immortal like heal, or immortal like water bubble. His ult's pretty good if you can land it, and you hit him right after. You can kind of one-shot a lot of squishies with it. Namor's just always been a consistent DPS. Penny. Now here's the thing. Ben Grimm. Penny is like... Penny is an interesting one because if you know how to, if you know how to, excuse me, man. Fucking, that's reflex, man. If you know how to play Penny, like really know, then you can really run some lobbies with Penny. Her minds are if, like I said, there's no need to explain Penny. It's like she really lock down an area very well. She has one of the best CC moves in the game because you can CC people like the Thing, who literally has a passive that you cannot CC him, except by Penny Webs. which is nice, and other things like, there are some exceptions. No. There are some exceptions, and one of them is Penny. She can really lock down an area. She can really help peel for dive. She has good mobility with her little pull web thing. Her ult is easily the worst thing about her. Her ult is just her ult in high level is pretty much damn near useless. It's just you get burned down too quickly. Yeah, you're CC immune to some things, but you're also, guess what, running around pretty slowly, shooting out mines and webs, and then you should get burned down in like 2 seconds. Like Penny can really get burned down very quickly in her ult, and it doesn't do much in return. For that reason, I probably put her like A. Like right here. I feel like Penny just like, man, you have to work for it, but if you do, she can really make pushing an objective very difficult. She's definitely a defensive first tank, but I've seen her work on attack decently well, so it's not, you can't counter out just yet. With that, Psylocke definitely is like her and BP are basically both the diving DPS. Psylocke I would think probably is like right here. Psylocke can easily do the dive and do it well, but you kind of have to do it with it, right? Psylocke's really good. She has really good, she dives very effectively. She has, if you can consistently land, the thing is that I thought that Psylocke would be less of an aim thing when she first came out, but she actually requires a good bit of aim to land her shurikens, to land her combos. They nerfed her invis a little bit, but like that didn't really, like it made her more consistently trackable after she dashes or invis away, but she's still pretty solid. She still does the job very well. Her ult is probably, again, the worst thing about her, but her ult can be used as a very good, like, support bait ult. Because, if you have, like, 1 or 2 supports kind of by themselves, and you pop Psylocke ult on them, they have to ult or have more people go in that circle, or else they will die. So she definitely can, her ult is less of a fragging ult and killing ult, and more of a baiting the support ult and kind of a distraction ult, if anything. That can get kills if not handled, but like most people in higher level play will kind of get shit on, or that won't get much value in higher level play. And this is more of a support bait ult than anything, but she's still very solid, very good at what she does as a dive, and she's good. Rocket. Due to a certain character's existence, let's just say without Phoenix, because Phoenix counters him pretty hard. I would say really hard, actually. Without Phoenix, he's like up here. He's like down here next to Cloak, right? Probably even higher. I would say probably like up in front of like Cap or Psylocke. Like he's up here, right? Without Phoenix ult, or Phoenix in general, he's like up here, right? The problem is that this character exists. And if this character is on the enemy team, he's like down here. So I'm going to go a happy little middle and say he's like right next to Penny. I genuinely think the Penny team up with Rocket does help, but it helps Penny out more than Rocket, because you kind of, at least how I play him, you kind of want to have the respawn beacon tucked away, hidden, so dive can't just go and kill it. You gotta kind of keep it away. But with the Rocket team up, or the Penny team up, the thing kind of like emits a webbing on the floor, and it makes it a lot easier to spot out. But I would say Rocket's really good, and is probably a very consistent healer, and probably one of the better supports in terms of like making sure that heals are being pumped out when they need to be. He has surprisingly good damage if you could land his shots, and his ult is really good if you know how to like place it, because if you just place it on the point, it's going to get shot down in 2 seconds. But you could like put it on elevation or put it kind of tucked away in a corner, so they have to like look and see instead of just shooting at the down main. So the res also is like the hidden superhero of Rocket's character. People don't really talk about his respawn beacon being just a free res. Like if someone gets, the thing that Rocket, I think his best thing is about him is his res. Having like a DPS go in for a dive and, oh no, I got unlucky and I died, and then they're back in immediately. Rocket allows for mess ups in terms of like DPS, tank overextending, support dying, stuff like that. He's also very hard to catch. As a dive, when you see a Rocket, genuinely people have been dissuaded from trying to kill him because he's so hard to catch. He can heal himself and just run up walls, dash away. Like, he's very hard to kill as well, which kind of makes him really good. But the problem is that Phoenix just straight counters his entire kit, because both his teleport and his ult are both deployables, and Phoenix will just kill both. So Rocket's in a tough spot because of Phoenix. You just kind of have to not play Rocket when Phoenix is there, because you kind of, the two best things about your kit are gone when she's around. A good Phoenix, you could always just bait out the Phoenix ult and then use your ult and then put your respawn beacon up, but man, she makes your job as Rocket twice as hard, maybe more, just for existing, because then you have to actually pay attention to her ult, pay attention to your cooldowns with her ult, pay attention to your ult at the same time. It makes Rocket's job more complicated. He's still a solid support regardless. You can still play Rocket against Phoenix and you still do good, but this is the first wall that Rocket has had since he got his ult reworked. He's still solid, still good, solid strategist. Scarlet Witch. I honestly think. What the fuck was that? I honestly think that Scarlet Witch is like, come on, thank you. I think Scarlet Witch is like she's like, what I put her in say, can you hurry up? Thank you. I placed them, but it's gonna catch up. Thank you. So, Scarlet Witch, I feel like is, she's not great. She has the problem that a lot of DPS, that like some DPS have, that she doesn't have burst. She has very slow but consistent damage, and consistent damage isn't what we want. We want high burst damage because heals are very strong. So her team up with Strange definitely knocks her above Black Widow. I still think she's just not great, just in general. Like, against low level players, or low casuals, lower middle ranks, she's still pretty solid because people just don't really know how to combat her. I mean, she could definitely get the job done. It's just, you really start to feel Scarlet Witch's downsides when you fight against good DPS players who can kind of beat you in the ones, do more consistent burst damage, and just they do her job better than what she does. And her ult also is still garbage. It's not great. You can definitely get creative with it with Strange Portal, and have a mag bulb. Like, there are ways around it to make it good, but you shouldn't have to do that. You shouldn't have to commit other people's abilities to make your ult usable. And the fact is that everybody else's ult is pretty okay, or like can be used by itself and not be crap, you know? So it just, her ult is her biggest downfall more than anything. And her damage is just not bursty. It's consistent but not burst, and that's not what we want, right? Although I feel like I've seen with every character, if I put them at a lower ranking, there are Scarlet Witches who can make the job work and do good with it. And like I said, there are ways to make her ult good and make it tricky, make it so where you get a couple kills with it. You don't have to get team wipes with it to make it good. It's still, you have to work for it, right? And that's what a lot of these DPS up here, Hela, Hawkeye, BP, Namor, these people, yes, there is skill behind them, and yes, you can like you have to still work for it, but you're working towards a better character. You're working towards more easy and consistent damage and results, if anything, right? So she's in a rough patch. She's been a rough patch since season 0, you know. I'm sure like there might be a point in the future where she might be really good. They make some number changes, they add some little things to her ult, and you know, she could be really good. But for right now, or I have an Iron Fist. Didn't know if I can Scarlet Witch. Speaking of DPS underperforming, we have your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man right here, and he is honestly, I might put him a little lower. Spider-Man just doesn't have. They took away his combo. They took away his combos, man. He doesn't. He's very inconsistent. Honestly, I might put him lower, but I feel like you can. Spidey has just more tools in his belt to make stuff work more than like the other people down here do, right? Your pull is just, I mean, come on, let's be real. If you're coming out of spawn, you get pulled 50 meters away, off a cliff, you see Spider-Man, go back to point, and you're just falling, and you're dead. That fucking sucks. That is definitely a thing in his favor, right? He's definitely, you know, super mobile. It's just, man, if the supports like just ping pong off each other, he ain't killing nobody. Even with ult, like I'm sure you've seen the clips. I'm sure you've seen people play them, and they do all this stuff. They do cancels, they do B hops, they do, you know, combos with grabbing and stuff like that. And it's just, it's hard. It's difficult. It's difficult to value off this guy. Is he fun to play? Absolutely. Spider-Man will always have one thing going for him, and that he is the most fun character to play in this game, in my opinion, and probably for a lot of people as well. He's super fun. The mobility is so fun. When you land those combos, you just feel like I'm Spider-Man, you know? That sucks, you know? Being a tank player, I don't like this guy. I hate when people are telling me that Spider-Man just killed me and I was too busy, you know, giving space, holding space, you know? And they're like, oh, my Spider-Man's killing us all. I'm like, whatever, it's not my problem, right? It is my problem, but it's fun. I'm just a shit tank player. But man, they nerfed him, and he is feeling it. Squirrel Girl, man, this might be the hottest take of this list. I think Squirrel Girl is like really solid. I think she's like kind of like up here next to Iron Man. Oh, that's what it says. It's saying it's not responding. We're gonna wait. Ah, there it goes. I think Squirrel goes up here. I genuinely think that if you land your shots with Squirrel Girl, especially when you get the Acorn out, dude, you just die sometimes, man. You just don't even realize you're dead. And you're dead. Her ult, when used correctly, man, you just sometimes like kill like 2 or 3 people, and you don't know why. It just kind of happens. You're like, oh shit, man. She can definitely get countered. No, she definitely has a hard time keeping up with a lot of our DPS up here, but she is solid. Like I am not upset with a Squirrel Girl on my team. Good damage, good burst, decent mobility with her jump. So like, you know, she definitely. if you're a dive and you get hit with that acorn, man, you're just kind of sitting there like, man, this is my life now. Bad spawn, you know. I genuinely think she's like one of the most slept on DPS of this season, man. She's good. Star Lord. Star Lord, huh? He's like here. I say he's like a little bit above Moon Knight. His ult's still pretty good, pretty solid. It has a lot of counters now, but you can definitely make it work. He has good survivability with his flips. He could definitely kind of like his good mobility with his beat hops, his jet boost. Like he's definitely just a solid middle of the road average DPS. There's nothing wrong. If I see a Star Lord, I'm not complaining. He's good. Like he can do the job well. Can he do it as easy and as consistently as these people up here? Not really, but he can do the job. He clocks in the 9 to 5. He comes in and he does it. You know, he does his job. He's not going to overperform. He's not going to be in the bathroom all day. He's going to get it done. So he's up there. He's good. Storm. You don't see a lot of Storm players, man. I think she's still really good, especially with the Jeff team up, right? That ult just kind of is oppressive, man. I think Storm's like up here. I think she's like the second best flyer in the game. I think Nemours a little better than her. But Storm is real good. Storm is really good. You know why people think Storm's good when you see a good Storm player, man. The amount of damage she does is quite shocking when you actually see it. You see it right in front of you, you know. Her ult again is just really good. So yeah, man, she's good, solid, second best flyer in the game. Man, you can fucking see Rocket and Magic above my camera catch up. Hey, buddy, how you doing? Good. All right. Rocket and Magic are still like really good. They're right there. They're behind me. I might move my camera just a. Oh, I'm moving the whole thing. Oh, whoa. My bad. Move the whole thing. Let me just mess up a little bit down here. There you go. Alright. What's on? What's that? Storm, yeah. Storm. Oh, very good. Good DPS. Good flyers are good in a good place right now. So yeah, she's just a solid. I think she's the second best one in the game. She's really good. Punisher. I'm like right here. Punisher's still good, man. They nerfed him. They nerfed his turret, I think, a little bit, but after that, he's still in a solid place, man. He's up. All right, hold on. First, I just realized Hella's like, hold on. Let's fix this up a little bit. Put Hella in front of Mag. Go ahead. Hella in front of Mag. Please and thank you. I just realized Hella and Hawk are kind of like down near the bottom of S. Let's fix that. All right. I think, man, Punisher's still good, man. Good consistent damage. He has that shotgun for, group walls, tanks, flanking. You ain't seen real fear until you see a Punisher just swoop past you after the zip line and shotgun half your team. His ult's really good if you can have a support to back it up, make sure you don't die, or have some way to support him while he's ulting, and he can get some picks, man. He is solid. Still a great DPS. Never complain when I have this guy on my team. Good DPS. Oh, Thor. Man, Thor's just not good, man. He's like not even in contention for worst tank in the game right now. He's like top of C, man. Like, dude, I love Thor, but he is just not great. He's like a big, bulky DPS, man. And they're like, if I want a DPS, I'd play another DPS, not Thor. Super fun though. I've been playing a lot of Thor this season. He feels good, to play, at least like, fun wise. We'll see how he feels next season. I'm eagerly awaiting him to be like a good, solid tank. I feel like that's where he's going to be after this next coming season. We'll see, of course. But Thor right now, in these last couple of days, we'll definitely compare them. But Thor's just, dude. He's not good, man. He's got good damage. His ult is okay. is not great, but it's okay. You know, bait support ults. If you get if you get people slacking at the wheel or asleep out on the wheel, you can kind of really deal with them. But nah, he's like okay, but every other tank just does everything he needs to do, but better and more consistently. Like it's just a lot of these bottom characters are like good at what they can do, but everyone up here just does it better, more consistently, and is just a better overall pick. But they're all great. Like they're all good. You can make them work. Venom. Venom is like he was like the dive tank when the game first came out, but now he's kind of okay. He's kind of good. He's solid. I'm gonna put him like I think Cap's a better. Honestly, I don't like Cap all the way down there. Let's move him for a Storm, and then I think Venom is like right here. I think Venom is slightly better than Penny, just because he's more Yeah, I would say that. It's a bit strange up here. That's a little rough. I don't like the two there, but we might fix it. Oh! Gojo! Gojo fell! And so did Goku! Shit. Okay. Yeah, Venom. He has good dives really well. He can get in, get out. He has good, he has a combo with his ult. That's really good. He is an annoyance. He's like the disruption tank. All of a sudden, the Vem's diving your back line, and the problem is like with other dive tanks. The problem is like dive tanks, you just have to kind of survive long enough to get a dive going, right? Like Cap is the best dive tank in the game, I think, and he's like unkillable in his ult. Venom is kind of unkillable, but he can get burned down. Can you? What do you mean I'm not responding? Venom is pretty good. He's a solid dive tank. He can kind of get in the back line and apply his pressure and get out. He doesn't need to get kills. He just needs to be a disruption, maybe get a pick and get out. But he doesn't need to do that. He just needs to be a disruption, and he does it well. He can kind of get locked down, If the enemy team has a good amount of CC on their hands and they can burn him down quickly, Venom can go down quickly. He may have 2k health, but when you have, you're getting things smashed down, Winter Soldier's blasting you to the head, Squirgle's popping acorns at you, friggin' Mantis is thorn at your head, you're not surviving long, man. The healing's good, so the problem is, when you... Venom is just like a good disruption tank, and he's good at it. Like I said, he has good ult combos with his ult to really one-shot people. Like he can really do a ton of burst damage at one time with his ult. But he has a hard time doing it and staying in there and consistently getting it off with all the CC, all the healing that happens, and all the damage that's being tossed at him. Is that if you're a good player and you can catch him, he dies pretty easily. He's still very good, very solid, good at what he does. So he's right there. Winter Soldier, man, it's weird. It's like he got the two orbs, the two blasts added, and I just saw less of him. I just saw less Winter Soldier. He definitely is still great. He still has he still has the overhealth when he is attacking. His ult's still amazing. He can still really mess up a tank if he wants to. I just don't see him as much. I don't know why. I guess the RTBs are just better and more in today's meta, but he's still solid. I just don't see him as much as I used to. Granted, he was super broken, and I'm definitely one of the best DPS in the game back then. But he's still solid, man. I'd say he's hugging with Namor up here, top of A, man. He's good. Still gets the job done. Still does He does what he needs to do, and he does it well. That's a lot like the A and S, man. They just you pick them for a job, and they do the job. Some people do it easily and without much trouble. These people do it also without trouble, but you might need to put a little more hours into them. And these people just don't do it at all. So can you fucking respond? Hey, Deer Maker, can you get your shit together, please? Thank you. Wolverine. This is like 5 days before the next season, so the patch did come in for him. With the he did get a small like nerf because they're like, oh crap, Wolverine's kind of crazy, boys. Wolverine's still like solid. I think he's like up here, man. Wolverine's still really good, man. He just makes tanks have nightmares, man. I see him point up with a varsity jack and the claws out. I'm looking the other way. He's good. He kidnaps tanks. They don't live much longer after that. He has good sustainability. He has good mobility with his like dashes that are only like a 3-second cone. Just dash all around the place. He has a second life, which helps him survive in there longer if he needs to. Like he can just burn that if he really wants to get a kill, right? He just Warren's a menace, man. With the team up, he can just kind of survive. He can just kind of do his job effectively and might not even have to die with his second life. But he just ekes out damage against one target. He's probably the best solo burst in the game, like regarding like without hit scan. Like he's the most ability based solo damage unit in the game. He just if he wants you dead, oh you're gonna die. And he will use everything in his pool to kill you, and you will die. Unless they pop a fucking Luna or some shit, right? Now we get into all like we're done with the OG. Now we're on to like the new ones, right? They're fantastic. I mean, after a lot of talk, he's just dookie water, dude. I don't care if you're not responding. Just let me rate. It's fantastic. He's good. I think people think he's like garbage or bad, and he's like I've seen this man last forever. This man sometimes just won't die. This man's like a DPS version of Captain America, where he's not as mobile, of course, but like, dude, there are some times where he's just not dying. Like he's just staying alive, man. He's got his thing. He's got his Pop-Tart form, and he's got his big bulky hand form, man. He just stays alive, man. He's like very bottom of A. I think he's definitely not like, you're not playing him for damage. You're just playing him to be a constant thing that the people have to worry about. A constant, just poking at people, diving sometimes, and just staying alive, man. That man does not die. Oh my god, fantastic. Can you... I just want to make a tier list, man. Why is it so hard? Why can't this site work, man? I just want to make a tier list, bro. That's it. Okay. On. Drink a Coke. Invisible One. She is like really good. Honestly, I would say she's probably like here-ish. Right there, probably, actually. Yeah, right there, man. She just, she's good, man. She has really good anti-dive with her push away. She has a good get out card with her invisible jump. She has the shield, so you can kind of heal and also kind of protect them, kind of play around it. Her ult is just like it's not as good as Luna's, but it's definitely like oh man, no one's dying in here for a little bit, right? It's good ult. Not as good as Luna's, or actually I think it's, yeah, not as good as Loki's or Luna's, because the golden support comp is Loki Luna right now. But she's still a good, solid support. Can't go wrong with her. Super solid, good heals, ult to back it up, and good survival tools. Like she's probably the most good. Her and Cloak, man, but I think she's a lot better than Cloak. With Mag around, especially. Johnny, dude. I think right here, man. Johnny's really good, man. Dude, Johnny's banned in higher level play pretty consistently, man. Johnny can just. You're talking about eking out damage. You fucking go to Mr. Johnny over here. Mr. Johnny Storm. Mr. Torch. This guy, bro. This man has so much damage, man. He has the fire on the floor. You can really burst down people with his thing that's the floor into the landing one. His ult's really good at eking up damage and then like just area control. Like, dude, Johnny is just one of the best DPS right now, man. He's the best flyer, and it's not even. He's the best flyer. I was gonna say it's not even close, but Storm really is pretty good. But he's definitely the best flyer in the game. He's really good. If you know how to play Johnny, dude, you can make the enemy team just like be miserable and be on fire all the time. The Thing. Thing is also really good, man. I don't think he's as strong as the tanks in S tier, but he's like. No, actually, what I say? No, I actually would, honestly. I think I would say he's like up here. I would say he's like right here. I think Thing is really good. That leap he has now, he can just really mess up Flyer's day, and he can also just really. He's really good at anti-dive. He's really good at Flyers. He's also really good at just kind of. He's just there at being a fucking rock man and just constantly doing something, man. He's either going after Flyers, going anti-dive, or he's just like slugging. You know, he's just slugging tanks. You know, this man's always doing something good. Always doing something consistent. His ult is okay. You just kind of toss it out sometimes and you hope for good plays and maybe just kind of like burn down a healer or something. But like, man, he's hard to take down too. He starts running around and his little thing. You can't stop him. You know, he's getting that overall health. He's getting healed, man. Like, this guy is pretty hard to kill as well. So he's up here, man. Tanks are in a really good spot, man. In terms of, like, yeah, we're suffering because, like, BP is killing half our backline and we're getting yelled at and, you know, we get out for recurring space and not peeling. But, like, man, there's some really good tanks, man. There's only one tank below A. That's Thor. Tanks are really good, man. So are supports, but, you know, this is whatever. Every role has its good and bads, right? Speaking of good, so about Emma. And another good tank, regardless. I think she's, like, up here. Emma's really good, man. Emma's really good. She definitely has less, like, durability in her diamond form, but, man, good Emmas, like, she's just kind of being a threat, you know, whether it's grabbing and killing a low health dive or, you know, her ult's all right. She has good burst. She has that shield to help her kind of like reposition, push a great little space, or, you know, like stop projectile ultimates, stuff like that. She has a lot of tools and she's good at what she does. She's probably the best like non-main tank in the game right now. Where's the Hulk's main tank? I don't know. She's definitely like one of the best off tanks right now, or like secondary tanks you could have. She's just so good. Ultron is like, I don't hear a lot of people. I hear a lot of people complain about Ultron's healing, but I don't like. He does good healing. He just kind of not. He does a lot of good sustained healing and not a lot of like besides like Rocket and like Jeff, I guess. Just constant heals being put out there, you know, because like Invisible Woman and Luna and, you know, they have to like they have good bursts like get people away from critical, and just good overall, right? But he is just good. I'm putting my drone on the tank and other flanks, and I'm just shooting beams at people. His ult is alright. It's nothing too special. It's honestly, I think it's more used for just damage than healing. It can do both alright, you know. He can kind of get killed pretty easily out of it, if he's kind of just out there. But it's alright. I think Ultron's like, I think he's like right here, man. especially with the Iron Man team up. The Iron Man team doesn't really do anything for him, actually. Like, it does have him have a heal beam, but you honestly would just rather have the regular beam because it just does more damage, more burst consistent damage. He's the best DPS slash strategist right now, easily, right? He has like honestly play Ultron pretty frequently, and he has good survival tools, man. He has the overshield, he has the dash, you know. He's just really solid. And yeah, like I said, consistent healing. It's good. It's good. If you're running this guy in triple support, man, it's a really good comp to run. That's all I'll say. Phoenix. I mean, she's like up here, right? Like she's really good. Her ult kind of is just that good, you know. It's not meant for kills. It's not meant for kills. I think she's like here. She might be a little higher, honestly, but we'll get into it, right? Phoenix, her ult is just, it's not meant for kills. It's meant for util destruction. Groot walls, Loki clones, Rocket in particular, right? It can just straight up kill Hela ult. It can kill Penny things. Like, her ult is just get all this util, get all these like deployables, get all this crap out of here. We want to push ahead. I'm gonna do this, and it's all gonna be gone, so we can push, right? It's her ult is really good at like evening the playing field for like the for the attackers who are trying to push something or doing like that. It's just a good like get all this crap out of here, maybe get a pick or two, and let's just do this again. Let's just play it fair, you know. Let's just do this again. It's really good, man. She outputs buku damage if you can get like all the procs to hit. Like you got the procs to hit, you're hitting your stun thing, and she has good mobility with her teleport and her fly. Like, she's just a good, consistent EPS, man. And nobody can do it better. Oh, well, a lot of people can, but you know what I mean, right? Her ult's really good at what it does, which is getting rid of deployables, and she has good movement and good damage. Especially when they're all like kind of, you get those procs off, man. There's like everybody just explodes, literally. So, and then Blade is dog poo poo tier. All right, I think it's a good list. I'm gonna Blade there. Blade's kind of just there right now. I don't think I registered, thank God. Yeah, this is the tier list. Wait, this is the tier list. Want to change anything? Oh shit. Let me add a new tier for Blade because I want to be in D tier. If you want my opinion about Blade, I guess we can do like a little after credit scene, I guess, of where Blade. If I could choose where Blade would be, where would he be? And honestly, I feel like it would be from what we can see. Here's the thing: we had the streamer, like the Twitch thing where they played it early, right? It was shit. I think I renamed D column Blade column. I feel like Blade has potential to be really good with his lifesteal and stuff. Fix this. He has potential to be really good, especially the anti-heal, man. I'm telling you, anti-heal or healing reduction in this game is a strong thing. The only even like thing we have it on is Strange when he has the dark energy in him, right? You have to expel it, right? That's the only thing of anti-damage like healing reduction thing we have, right? And now Blade has like 2 things that do it. I think his ult does it. And he has the thing shot, right? But I think Blade could be very solid. I don't think he'll be busted. I think he'll be consistently okay. We'll have to see how impactful the healing reduction stuff is. But for right now, if you wanted my opinion on just by looking where I would put him, I probably would put him like middle or top of A. I feel like he has some tools. His ult seems really good, and he has good survivability, and he has healing reduction, which, if that starts to become a pattern, it's going to be very strong. So, we'll see. But yeah, this is my tier list. Feel free to comment and tell me how bad it is and how I don't know anything about Rivals and how I don't know how this guy got Grandmaster if he has L takes like these. And you know what? You're probably right. But here it is. That means I think that Black Widow is the worst character in the game, and I think Luna Snow is the best character in the game. And honestly, I'm not really against it. I think this is pretty spot on. I'm trying to think of anything else I would change. As you can see, most of the characters in the game are an S and A. That means the game is in a pretty good spot. That most characters are really good or good in the game. You kind of just play who you want. Again, let me just go ahead and preface this at the end, so you probably skip the end to see what it is. Every character in this game is good or can be good in in the right circumstances. You could take Black Widow, who I think is the worst character in the game. You could take her and you could go to top 500 with this character. You have to put in a lot of effort, and you have to have the right, it takes a lot more work than it does for the people at the top. Not saying that the people at the top are easy to learn. I'm just saying they have a lot more tools and a lot more damage that you might find yourself lacking in, right? But what's up, yapping? This is the tier list. Let me know what you think. Season 3.5 is in 5 days. I'm excited. I can't wait to play Adam. I can't wait to play Thor. I can't wait to play Blade. It is going to be a fun season. I'm expecting and I'm hoping, because I think Season 3 has started off beautifully. I think this game is heading in a good direction. We will see. I can't wait till we look at Season 5 and I look at myself and I'm like, you're a dumbass. What are you even thinking? This game sucks. But we'll see. Thank you all for watching. And we'll see what the future has in store for us. Hopefully it's good, because this is a good game. I like this game a lot. Irritates me, but it's a good game. Goodness gracious. Now I gotta edit an hour and a half long video. All right, we're good.